Again.
What's
Just
good,
stop it,
everybody? It's your gearhead, Mr. Logic, yo. Let me introduce my lovely co-host.
Guys, it's me. It's Nate. Oh, I missed you.
She's
I'm
back.
back. I missed you guys.
And we have our guest back as well, Miss Kiki. Say what's up.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
And make sure if this is your first time, you hit that like and subscribe button, yo. We got a doozy for you today. We're going to do some reactions.
And apologies for whatever noise you might hear in the background. We have cough drops in our mouths, so.
It's, what do you call it? ASMR? One of those?
Oh yeah, no. No. Jason, stop.
And as you know, this is one thing for sure, two things for certain. Let's go. So as you know, we follow tradition. I think everyone's had a great week. It's been momentum. A lot of things have happened. How's your week gone so far, love? What did you do last week, matter of fact?
Well, it was great. Well, as you guys can see, I went to the Bad Bunny concert this weekend. Ooh.
I'm not celebrating that shit.
Jason's such a fucking hater, first of all. So
For me to hate,
I
they
don't
have to
hear
have
it.
something I want. He had nothing I want.
Wait, what?
I just
You don't
think
like him?
he's goofy to me.
Okay, well that's hating.
How's that? Okay.
No.
Your mom never told you to, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything nice at all?
I didn't say anything negative about him.
You said he was fucking goofy.
I said he's goofy to me. I didn't say he is goofy.
But what do you think about his music, though?
He has talent. I cannot deny that.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Wow.
How was your week?
Oh my god, that was actually such a nice compliment. That made me feel so much better. Anyways, the concert was great.
Yeah, you see Lewis's face right now. That's how I feel inside. The way he looked at you is how I feel inside. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, you see, Roberto says yes, you are here. He says yes, he is.
Listen, Linda.
Hater, always hater. And yeah, she said it multiple times.
Whatever.
I like being a little dramatic. Anyways, the concert was great. Also after the concert, it was just Friday night, I went to Orlando for the weekend. But I didn't go to the parks. You know, sometimes I can get a little expensive.
A little.
Yeah,
Shit.
it's really expensive. My boyfriend actually had to retouch up his tattoo, and our tattoos that we got was in Orlando.
At the same shop?
At the tattoo shop, yeah. Earlier this year in January. And so he gives free touch-ups if we got the tattoo there. So we're like, yo, let's just drive up, get it retouched. Let's go to the outlets. I fucking love going shopping at the outlets. I got myself a few things. So
When you say you got yourself a few things.
I have a cruise coming up, so I got stuff for the cruise.
Me too.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
do.
I got a cruise coming up.
Isn't it exciting?
No, it's expensive. It's expensive. I don't even drink. It's expensive.
But it's exciting, though.
It is. Don't get the drink package. That shit's super fucking expensive and it's watered down.
But hear me out. I wanted to go swim with the pigs in the beach till I went on YouTube and I saw what the experience is like. They don't let you take your cell phone. Okay. They prohibit you from filming because they want to sell you their video.
Of course.
And then the
Bruh.
pigs bite people, apparently. So I'm just like,
Oh my
yo, I
God.
will make some freaking grill.
No, you're lying.
I'll make fried chichon. Listen, lechon sandwiches.
Bring your sunglasses. Oh my, Jason.
Listen, moo or whatever it is. I don't care. If it bites me, I'm biting it back with some seasoning.
Oh,
Bro,
my.
you're so funny, bro. Why would you even? Anyways, but that's Royal Caribbean though. In terms of the drink package, I don't know what other cruises like if it's like watered down, but honestly, what really sells me is the food.
Yes.
You know, you stay there, you have your own like the pool, like it's just a hotel on wheels with an unlimited buffet, and especially if you do like. I mean, we live in Miami, so
Did you just say hotel on wheels?
Hotel on wheels. I meant
You mean
hotel
on
on
water.
water. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sick. I don't think I mentioned this before. My throat's a little.
Mhm.
I'm not with it today. So
Screaming
please
for Bad
excuse
Bunny.
me. But thank you for calling me out because I would have been fucking ridiculous if I would have just kept on. Oh,
No
hotel on
sé.
wheels. You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
Okay, so the Bad Bunny concert, explain that because I'm curious. Like, how is it like Taylor Swift's concert where
No.
everyone's like in a trance and they're like Swifties and they start crying and
I'll
we're
admit-
done.
I'll admit nobody does it like Taylor Swift. You know, I love Bad Bunny and I'm a big fan, but obviously, no, I don't know. I've never personally been to a Taylor Swift concert, but I have seen like her performances are. I think she said in an interview once where the fact that she like how she keeps up with like her stamina and how she can like sing and perform all of that, and she'll literally like run miles like singing her own songs, and I'm like, bro, if I'm talking and walking, I'm out of breath.
Yeah, that takes a skill set.
Yeah,
so it's really impressive. But the concert was good. I mean, what do you want to know? I mean, it was just.
I don't know.
Like this,
I haven't gone to a concert. The last time I went to a concert, I had hair. Like,
bro,
you understand how long that's been?
So a lot of people were complaining because he didn't invite.
Yeah, he didn't invite anybody,
which is so weird.
Oh, he didn't invite any other artists?
That's
not weird. That makes perfect sense. With all the shit going on right now?
I guess.
Hell's not.
I mean, he usually does it though.
Usually, but imagine everyone's going with sexual assault, domestic violence. So many artists are in trouble right now. Do you really want to hurt your brand?
You're right.
That's true.
That's a smart move, in my opinion. Just saying.
People don't really see it that way, but I feel you.
Picasso's like, Taylor Swift is a legend in the game.
Yo, she really is, though.
Hold on. Legend in the game. She hasn't been around that long.
She has.
She don't even got 20 years on her.
Okay, well, I mean, not like that. And legend in terms of like not by age, because she is still young. But she started off fairly young. How old was she? She was like 18. 19?
Yeah, she was a youngin'. But when I hear legends, especially like females like that, I hear Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera.
Oh, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like those are legends.
Well,
not saying she can't get. She's very iconic. She can get to that status. I don't think she's reached it yet.
I mean, if you're talking in terms of like, textbook definition of
how many years do you think she needs to like be a legend?
I don't think it's matter of years. I think the reason why I say that Tecasso's she's been around for years. Yeah, no, she's definitely been around for years since Bieber days. But you have to understand the game is different now because when the artists before her were coming up, there was no social media. You get what I'm saying? Like they really had to work for those sales.
Oh yeah.
So now with social media being an actual amplifier of one's career, it kind of covers more ground without them having to actually put in half the work for the prior artist before.
Yeah.
I think she can get to being a legend personally. I'm not a hater of her music. I like Wild Thoughts or Wild Thing. Like
Wild Dreams.
Just get out of this town.
Wild Dreams.
Then yes.
You said Wild Thoughts and I'm like, DJ Khaled?
Nah.
Right.
And number one, that song is Santana. Okay. Maria, remind me of a West Coast story. Nope. Okay.
Whatever.
Yeah, I'm showing my age, yo. I'm showing my age.
Takashi says it's the relevance that she's still here getting those streams. Dude, honestly,
Agreed.
like I'm not an active Taylor Swift listener. I used to listen to like her old stuff, like when I was in high school, middle school. It was she had great songs.
Yeah.
Now it's like you can't deny the talent that she has, not to mention like not only is she an artist, but she's also a performer. And it's just the way that she does like her concerts or tours, the effort she puts into, the love she gives to her fans. It's just respectable.
Yeah, she has a cult. Okay. How was your week, Kiki?
Oh, my week. A lot of overtime.
A lot of overtime?
Weekend. Yeah.
Oh, coño.
I'm still crying because I'm going to go to a concert.
Bro.
Yeah.
Work hard, play harder, yo. That's what you got to do. You got to, cry now, laugh later. Or laugh now or cry later. If not, both. I'm a little bipolar with it.
I usually schedule my cries.
What? Yo, what? Yo, that actually sounds pretty smart. Yo, I schedule my cries from 3:30 to 4 o'clock. I dedicate myself to cry.
If I'm feeling a little moody or a little down, I'll just be like, okay, later I'm gonna have some alone time. I'll just put on some sad music and just let it rip.
I play R&B.
And that helps. I feel afterwards, I'm just like, I feel alive again.
So you worked overtime, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it's worth it sometimes, or do you feel like overtime is not worth it?
I feel it's not worth it.
No, why?
Because me personally, it gets like all in taxes. Like it goes away all in taxes. In money wise.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I know like when you hit overtime, if you go by 1 hour, you're getting put into a different tax bracket, even though it's just 1 hour over. So say normal is what, like 7%? That 1 hour overtime is going to now tax you up to 15%. And it's like, damn, unless you're going to do like 15 hours overtime, it doesn't make sense to do only 5 hours overtime because you're losing it. I hate taxes. Oh, I hate taxes. But I get you.
Yeah.
I mean, but how do you reward yourself, yo? Like, you work hard, yo. Reward yourself. Some, roll up, smoke something. Some go to the casino.
Go on vacay.
Some stock their ex.
Yeah.
Vacay. Yeah, I'm.
Do you work for like a corporate job where they close on like federal holidays, or is it just like retail where it's
corporate, but we don't close. Like we're open 24/7. It's the airport, so.
Yo, if anything, it's busy as hell, yo.
Damn.
Exactly.
Shit.
So they needed people,
I'm already allergic
than
to
ever.
people. Like, imagine, yo. Do you know who I am? By your ticket, it's telling me that your suitcase is now getting sent to Texas instead of New York. But okay, keep arguing. I'm petty.
I know
I'm
the
petty.
owner of this company.
Those are the worst, yo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm happy. My week has been splendid. I got a new car.
Under 15 is good, but after that, you're working for free. That's facts. That's some facts there.
Bro.
Yeah.
Roberto's like, under 50 you good, but after that you working for free.
Facts. Big facts. So I got a Lexus
Woo!
RC300. I originally wanted the Infinity.
Hoopla.
Hoopla. SpongeBob. Yeah, I now saw that video where it's from.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my god. LOL.
No, but originally I was gonna get a Q50. That's my car. I wanted the Q60, but they don't have any down here, and they're taxing. So I went to the dealer, saw it. I was like, okay, I'll come back, come with my big brother because I don't want to pay sticker price.
Mm-hmm.
And when I come back, there's another couple trying to buy the same car. So it was like a rat race, who's going to get there first.
Oh.
So I'm just like, shit. So Bert is with me. He's like, bro, think about it. So while we're waiting to see if they get approved, we step out as we look for other Infinities. And Miles comes out and he's like, how old are you again? When he said that, it hit me hard because I'm like, damn, when you see Q50s, these are like teenager cars. These are the ones that you see at the, the burnout and the meetup. So I'm like, damn. And Bert's like, yo, get something that you still wanted a coupe, something that compliments you, something that's still, aggressive. And I was like, okay, they had the RC there. Cool. This is where God works in mysterious ways. The sales manager looks at me and he's like, Jason? Yes. Yeah, man. You don't remember me? I was like, no. Yeah, man, Sunset High School. I was like, oh, shit. We both lost our hairlines, by the way. So it's different. He had braids just like I had braids.
Wow.
So I'm like, oh, shit. What's up, dude? Like, what's going on? What's cracking? So we ended up, and he's like, yo, what's his name? Works here, too. So it was like a high school reunion.
Oh,
Wow.
Weirdest shit ever, right? So I was like, Dally, let's go for the car. I got a steal on it. 38 to 32. Let's go. Did it, got it. Now I'm going to trick it out, make it mine. And then it was a weird day because then I got a haircut because I was feeling myself. Yes, I don't have hair, but I do have a beard. As you see, I'm growing it out, trying to get my grown man's on. The grays is pissing me off, but it's okay. No, it's
Diet.
not.
You can still diet.
I'm not doing that. That's midlife crisis
Why?
type.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Here's the thing. If I dye my beard, I feel like you have to learn to accept life as it comes. I can't be in denial. That's like, dudes who put their hair on top with a comb over because they want to hide the bald spot. I can't go out like that. I refuse. Like, you know how many years I want getting a skin fade? And it's like, it's getting thinner. It's getting thinner. And then COVID came around. He's like, I'm going to teach you. You're going to grow up today. So I had to shave it. And I was like, well, I embrace it. But the beard with the grays is wisdom. That's how I look at it for the most part. But then I go to the barbershop. There's a shorty there with her kid. She going to Sunset with me. I'm like, yo, why is it today's reunion day?
Bro.
Like, I'm so freaking out. I'm like, as long as I don't run into any exes, yo, I think I'm good, yo. But that shit threw me off because it's like, of all days,
That's the last thing you need.
3 people I went to high school with, and these are not people I talk to. Like, I was a nobody in high school. I was a little nerd, who was angry and swollen like Gary Coleman. And like, so it definitely changed my perspective. But now I don't feel restrained. I have my freedom. I'm able to basically go where I want, take my drives. I'm happy. I'm happy. Leave me alone. I'm happy. So now it's like, okay, now I can get more things done and I can actually go where I need to go because I was sharing the whip with my mom. So now that's not you. So I feel blessed right now and I'm very thankful. So thank you to Raymond out there. I know he's watching. Appreciate you. We're actually going to have him come on as well as a guest. You know, it's just pretty much bringing in the network pool and getting everybody to work together. We all have the same dream, and that's to be independent and successful. Yeah. And success is like beauty. It's in the eye of the beholder. So what you call success may not be success for me. I don't count success with money. It's just, it comes with the territory, you know? So with that being said, yo, my week has been awesome. So for you guys, we have Am I the Asshole story for y'all. And we're going to do some reaction videos for y'all. But first, we're going to start off with this story and get it on and crack-a-lacking. Let's go.
Okay, so I definitely want to know your guys' point of view on this. So, am I the asshole for telling my son that he is obviously gay?
Hold on, what? Say that again.
Am I the asshole for telling my son that he's obviously gay?
I got to hear this one. Let's go.
So my son, 17 male, has apparently been in the closet for the past 7 months. So my son is fairly masculine / straight acting, if that makes sense. However, he's very obviously had a boyfriend, 18 male, for the past 7 months. He sometimes baby talks to this boy, hugs him all the time, has called him handsome, shared clothes, sits way too close to each other, to the point where they're basically cuddling. He closes his bedroom door when with him, but not any other friends, and sees him like every day. Also buys him gifts, and for the past 7 months, he now always smells great, has his hair fixed really nice, and dresses nicer, among other things. Today, I asked my son if he was going to invite his boyfriend on our trip, and he got awkward and said, "That's not funny." I asked what he meant, and he said, "I'm straight, that's not funny." I laughed, and when I realized he was serious, I started laughing even harder.
I'm sorry. I'll be laughing too. Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's like, you have a bromance, Doug? Like,
bro, I told him he was very obviously in a relationship with a guy and did a terrible job at hiding it. He got emotional and he started asking me not to tell his dad. Quote unquote. No, parentheses. My husband already knows. Like I said, it was obvious. Then he got upset, saying that I outed him and he wasn't ready. He hasn't said a word to me in a couple days. Am I the asshole?
I always cook at the end. So we'll start with you, love. What do you think?
It's funny because on Reddit, people agreed that this person is the asshole.
Really?
Which is interesting. You know, I've never... So I have a few friends that are gay, but personally, I've never You
never dealt with a closet gay?
I've never dealt with a closet gay. I don't know what are like the right thing to do, the wrong thing. Like if you have parents that are obviously very accepting, but you don't know that, maybe you're just like scared, terrified, and they clearly see that, okay, this my kid is, you know, it's gay, lesbian, whatever, and they're cool with it, but they like out you. I don't know how important it is for someone to want to like out themselves, get out of the closet when they're ready, or have their loved ones be like, yo, I love you and I accept you. Like, it's super obvious. I didn't know that you wanted to do it yourself. I don't know. I'm just confused. I don't think they're the asshole. These are his parents. But then again, I don't know if it's a universal saying of, no, they're supposed to do it when they're ready. Yeah, I don't.
Okay. What about you, love?
I don't know. I just think it's weird because I feel like the biggest fear of someone gay is like being accepted by the parents.
True.
So if they know already, like if they were assuming that you already are and they're like confronting you, like what's the
hey, you're gonna invite him on a trip.
Like
that in itself is like
exactly
that's accepting right there. Okay.
So I don't think they're the asshole either.
I'm gonna cook.
You know, you want to know something? You want to know something funny that I had thought about when I was like a lot younger about, you know, if you have a kid and they like the same sex, especially if it's like you have a daughter and she's gay, you know, I would assume some parents wouldn't have. This was me like fucking naive as fuck. Like, oh, you shouldn't have an issue because at least now she can't get pregnant. Like that was my thing. Like that was just, oh, there's a silver lining.
You're finding some type of positivity. It's like, listen, it's fucked up, but there's a light in this tunnel. So let's look at it this way. I remember, what was this person's name? They're like, yo, my son ended up being gay. I'll just pay a woman to rape him till he likes it. And I'm just like, that's dark. That's dark.
What?
Like, nah, ain't no thumbs up. Listen, I have siblings who are gay, right? In this case, my G, you cuddled this man, okay? You buying gifts for this man, so you can't be surprised. I buy stuff for my homeboys, but I ain't holding no hands. I ain't basically brushing my hand across the ear like, yo, man, that fade is dope. Let me feel your beard. Like, ain't none of that happening.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
The door,
if my boy gets, G'd up, I'm like, yo, dog, you look handsome, bro. Like, you compliment the people you love.
That's fine.
You get what I'm saying? But in this case, you were being secretive in the sense of closing your door with this one individual, but other individuals, you weren't doing that. You know what I'm saying? Parents automatically know pattern shifts all the time. Mm-hmm. So me personally, I don't think the parent is an asshole completely, but it's better to verify than assume. Because one thing, a child, and I think we all have been in this situation, when our parents assume something of us, it could basically wow us up because it's like, yo, you don't even know what the fuck you're talking about. You love them. But it's like, nah, ma, like you jump in the gun. Like, you supposed to support me. Why would you judge me and assume?
Because imagine if he wasn't actually gay.
Exactly. Now, mind you, you have to remember in that community, I can only speak on what I've been told and what I have witnessed. That community is very sensitive because people are not willing to accept it. And that's something that you have to look at the age. 17 years old, this person's still learning to become an adult. You get what I'm saying? And it's already a scary world as it comes. And yes, the parents could be supported by inviting, but at the same time, we all need reassurance sometimes, especially at a young age. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think the parent is an asshole completely. I just think they went about it the wrong way. Like, pull that person to a side, give them that respect where they could clear the room and express themselves to you. Because maybe he had it in his head like, oh, I want to come out when I'm ready and I want it to be on my terms. Mm-hmm. Yes, mind you, we know life doesn't work that way. But in a situation like that, it's like somebody stole your shine. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I wanted to be the one to tell them. They're already assuming. It's like I had this whole thing planned about how I was going to come out and how I was going to basically go about it. And I got that stripped from me. So I could see why that person's upset. But at the same time, the beautiful part, you have parents who are accepting of that. Because a lot of times, look at that one person I told you about. Yo, I would pay somebody to take advantage of my kid till they like it. I think people have to understand your children have their own life, okay? You're not responsible at a certain point when it comes to your children. They have to take ownership of what they do with their life. You're just basically a product of that because you created half of that. There's a portion of our lives when it comes to growing up that our parents molded for us. And then we out in the real world, and the real world has to raise the rest of us. That's why it's important to install good morals at an early age, because we know how foul it is out here. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I don't think I wish there was more to the story and more that was basically unfolded. But realistically, dude, your parents love you clearly, because to invite a stranger on a family trip, that's one. Another thing I just thought about that might be why he might be upset, depending, some of our parents gossip. So I know, what I'm saying? Imagine this dude's assuming you're gay. What about if he told your aunts, your uncles, and he put that out there when you weren't ready? We blindly tell people shit without realizing it. So that could be a worry that the son has of the dad basically saying, invite him, because mind you, this is a family trip. Right? So you're going to see other families. So what's to say the dad didn't call ahead and basically let him know, yo, this is my son. He might be bringing the boy. That shouldn't be coming out the parent's mouth. That's supposed to come out the son's mouth. So I could see why he's upset and why he's,
Damn, when you put it
Check
like
off.
that.
Yeah, man.
That's its point.
You know, like when I look at my two brothers, man, listen, as I'll say it once, I say it 1,000 times. Your sexuality does not dictate your responsibilities. Okay. You could be a gay man, but you still hold the door open for a woman. You still walk on the dangerous side of the road. You're still a male. Your sexual orientations was different, but you still have a position to play and you still have to have respect. That's why when I see like all this media with, you know, these gay guys acting like women, I can't respect it because it's like, yo, be a man. Your sexuality is, but that doesn't mean you get to be like, huh? Like, no, bro, like what was wrong with you? You know, nah, that's not how this works. You know what I'm saying? And one thing you have to understand it, just like as a black man, you don't have to accept me. You don't have to acknowledge me if you don't want to. That's called free will. And the quicker you learn to accept that, the better on you can live on with your life, not giving a damn what other people think. Yes, I am contradicting myself. I see how you're looking at me, but I'm working on it. But you can't, because at the end of the day, you are responsible for your happiness, no one else. You get what I'm saying? Because the moment you give the power to someone to make you happy and feel peace, they own you. You don't want to give that. So final thoughts.
Dude,
Like you're
oh, yo, Roberto saw the podcast. He's like, but you're not black. You're an Oreo. LOL.
Hey, listen here, dog.
Damn,
Listen.
Shade.
I might, you know what? I'm not going to take it down. I'm going to be the bigger person to say this. Don't be mad because when I step on the scale, it says 203. When you step on the scale, it says to be continued.
Damn,
when you get back in
Ouch.
shape, then you can holler at me, cuzzo. But I love you.
Damn, Jay.
Yeah, see, love you, homie. Let me tell you
Oh my
something.
god.
That's my brother. Like, literally, that is my best friend. He pisses me off in ways y'all could never understand.
Bro.
You see how strict I am? He's able to bypass that because we grew up in the trenches together. You get what I'm saying? So he'll keep me on my pivot. More times I keep him on his pivot. But me and him, that's how we vibe. Some people think we hate each other, but they only knew the truth. We love each other. We just want to kill each other sometimes. But final thoughts, love.
Personally, I don't think they're the asshole, but after hearing Jason's point of view, I can see why it was a lot of pocket to, say it that way.
Like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Final thoughts, love.
Same. I agree.
You agree?
Yeah.
Okay, I will say this, as a man of God, I know a lot of people look at these situations like, oh, you're going to hell or sinful. And I know I might piss some people off about this, but let me get straight to the point. These people are fighting for love, and love is universal, and everybody deserves to feel love, and everybody deserves to have a shot at love. So I don't care what your sexuality is. I don't care what your preference is. If you if you only like white girls, you only like smack.
But my question is, Jason, you as a parent, how would you confirm without asking him directly?
How would I confirm?
Yeah.
How would I?
In that situation.
So if I had a son and he was gay, how would I confirm without talking to him directly?
Yeah.
Well, in this case, right, if I had a son who I thought was, gay and I know I couldn't confront him about it, I would honestly try to basically calm the storm, give the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of being aggressive, like, hey, are you gay? It's like, hey, I noticed this is what's going on. You want to talk about it? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to be sincere because it's scary for them. A lot of times there's so much that goes on with these situations because, mind you, imagine this kid's 17. He's a boy. He's gay. And imagine having a father who's talking about, I can't wait for my kids to have kids so we could pass the bloodline. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that these kids think about and they feel guilty because part of them feels like they're letting down their parents. But you're only letting down your parents when you're not living up to your full potential. Yeah. You're only letting down your parents when you're not living the life you want to live. That's where you got to know to be selfish or selfless. So in my case, the way I would do it, You know what I'm saying? If God blesses me with a child, you know how I roll. I'm not a judgmental person. I done did my dirt. So I would try to even out the playing field in the sense of make him as comfortable. And instead of just be like, yeah, I want to know you gay, I'm like, listen, when you're ready, I'm here for you. No matter what the situation is, just know I love you. I'm here for you. Unconditionally, I love you. Just when you're ready, you'll talk. I'm here.
Oh my God, a little side note. So I was at work the other day and this guy came in. He was your age. He was 37. He looked very young. He came in with his two kids.
So what, I look old?
He looked like he was in his early 20s. Like that's how young he looked.
So I look old?
Because he didn't have any like facial hair.
You saying I look old?
You look your age.
Continue, Nate.
But anyways, he walked in with his kids and I'm like, he had verified with me. He's like, oh yeah, like these are my kids. You know, I know you're probably thinking like they look like my siblings, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would nod and I'm like, yeah, you look great. I try to be super professional.
Mm-hmm. Was he goo goo gaga?
No, it wasn't like that. It was just like, bro, because I work at a bank, so he handed me his ID. And I'm like, oh my, I looked at the year and I'm like, bro, this guy is 37. He has 2 teenagers. And I did the math and I'm like, he had to have him when he was like 23. But like, it was
He was fucking. That's what he was doing.
But it was crazy because I was like, dude, this guy, I'm like, these look like your fucking siblings, not your kids.
We call that strong DNA, yo.
And so whatever, I was helping him out with, you know, some fraud issues. And it was just it was reassuring because he was telling me about how he's trying. He didn't say it specifically this way, but he's trying to break like generational like curses or like, you know, that kind of stuff where like the way that he spoke to his kids, he was like, oh yeah, I'm trying to be different. I'm not trying to be like my parents. And
affirmation,
like, bro, I
be
feel
motivating.
Because
our parents jacked us up. Let's be real. Our parents jacked us up, not intentionally, but they did do damage. And the damage they caused on us was because of their fears for us.
Because of the fraud issues that they were having were because of his kids. So he was trying to keep very calm, you know, trying to like educate them like, yo, like you're not supposed to do this and that. And I'm like, bro, honestly, like if it was us, like shit would have been different. And it was just like one of those crazy moments where you see your generation having kids and you see the effort in trying to be different than what our parents was.
So now that you bring that up, I don't want to go on a tangent, but you bring up an important thing. What do you think about discipline? So like with my nephews, right? I tell them straight, I'm not your dad. I'm not your mom. I don't got to hit you to make you suffer.
Oh, yeah.
I believe in discipline verbally and physically dependent on the magnitude of what happened. Allow me to explain, right? If my nephews or any adolescent starts arguing with me, I'm very stern because at the same time, regardless of the fact that's still a human being, they're not equal to me in the sense of I have more priorities to handle and I'm at a higher level because I have to be responsible. I have to be the adult. But you have to acknowledge that they're still growing. So when it comes to discipline, it's like, I need you to hear me. And then I need you to feel me. If I'm able to do that, we're good. And also what I learned, and I think I said it to you before, like, especially growing up in a Haitian household, when our parents messed up, there was no apology. It was like, I made your favorite dinner. Or I made your favorite. They're just nicer to us, you know? And as they're nicer to us, that was their way of apology. But it doesn't work like that because there's so much power in saying, I was wrong and I'm sorry. And I say that because like with my niece, Zoe, I was yelling at her because I thought she messed up the remote. And I yelled at her. And with that being said, I realized I was in the wrong. So I called her back in front of everyone. And I said, Zoe, I owe you an apology. Everyone was like, what? I'm like, yeah, this is what we're doing. This is how you break generational curses because it's important for the young kids to see that we don't have it all together. And sometimes we even make mistakes. But the most important thing is I have to show you I'm willing to own my mistakes
Accountability.
and have accountability. Now, when it comes to the physical side, here's where it gets tricky.
Yeah.
A hard head with a soft ass. That's who I am because I didn't listen. I got my ass beat and I still didn't listen. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't always work. That's why I'm a little retarded. But, you know, but in this case, I feel like the only time it's appropriate to put your hands on the child if it's life and death. And the reason why I say that is if it's life and death, right? Say one of the kids sneaks out and I find you at a party or you come back drunk, yeah, I'm gonna put hands on you. And I don't mean to beat you up like a dude on the street, but you're probably gonna get an ass woman with the belt. Or if you talk slick to grandma or you talk slick to your mom, you'll catch a backhand. And the reason why I support that message is because guess what? In the real world, that backhand turns to a fist. You get what I'm saying? In the real world, that belt turns into a bottle. You have to understand, I do it because I love you, but you have to translate that. Because one thing in our generation that messed us up, when we got disciplined, it wasn't explained why we got disciplined.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I feel like if you're going to take discipline to a physical level, you best be willing to educate on why you took it to that level. Guys, mind you, we don't owe our kids an explanation. That's the toxic mindset. But if you want your child to be a better version of yourself, educate them, walk them through, talk to them, treat them with respect, even though they're younger than you.
Yeah, because they're going to understand that they probably messed up in some way, but they're not going to understand how they messed up. So now they're going to associate everything. Now they're going to start questioning, okay, what is considered messing up? Like, you know, I got a B. Is that considered messing up? Am I going to get my ass whooped? Oh my God. And then you start questioning yourself, and every kid has a different personality.
And sometimes they're innocent. Sometimes it's the teacher that's the problem. You get what I'm saying? Give a voice for your child to express how they feel because they harbor it in. We're examples of that. Yeah. I know for everyone in this room right now, even with you guys, there's times that we bottled up shit because we didn't have an outlet to express ourselves and it did more damage. So that's how we change it. It changes with us. I'm not saying we're going to change the world, but we could be the spark that ignites that change. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. And now that you bring that up, that's the question I want to ask you. Would you rather be feared or respected, and why? And this one will switch off. We'll start off with you. Would you rather be feared or respected? You can't have both.
No.
Why?
Respected.
Respected. Why is that?
Good question. I don't know, because when someone respect you, like they have that feeling towards you, like, oh, like I respect her, like I'm you know, I'm proud of her, like I see that person as a role model or something like that. Okay. It's all the opposite when they have fear, because fear, you never know how someone can react with fear.
Fear is dangerous.
Yeah.
Agreed. What about you, love? Would you rather be feared or respected?
I'd rather be respected.
Why?
I'm obviously not naturally, I'm not a scary person, but if for whatever reason somebody approaches me and they're like, they fear me and they're following everything I say because they fear me, that in itself is a weird feeling. Yeah. I don't want you to do as I say. I want you to listen to my advice and like heed with caution. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but to respect someone, you take them in consideration. You try not to, you know, talk shit about them behind their back. You know, you think about them in a positive light. You think highly of them sometimes. So to be feared, it's not something that gives me joy. Okay. Like I don't want to intimidate anybody to the point where they fear me and they're like, okay, I'm not gonna, you know, fuck with you. You know, don't get me wrong. In certain situations, like it would be nice to be like, you know, oh, you're talking shit about me, and like, you know, to the point where I get physical. It's like it would be nice to be intimidated and be like, yo, Like in the fucking movies, you're just like, you give them this look and they're like, whoa.
The side eye.
The side eye. I know you definitely have that look.
Yeah, comes with the grace. Me personally, right? I will always rather be respected than fear, especially coming where I'm from. The problem is when you're respected, you can still get taken out. When you're feared, it intensifies because guess what? Throughout history, where the ones who were feared, guess what? If you're scared of me and you fear me, you're going to go recruit. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why fear is so dangerous because it brings nothing but negativity to you when people fear you. Don't get it wrong. When you're respected, you still get messed up. But in my opinion, if I'm going through a situation and I'm beefing with people who respect me, at least they're going to bring it to my face and address me like a man. Versus people who fear you literally come at you as a coward. And that's the dangerous thing. And think about it this way. That goes along with raising kids or even having relatives, because we all have relatives that, there's some relatives who are scared of us. And because they're scared of us, whether it be our potential, whether it be our drive, they conjure something up and they recruit so they don't get singled out with their bullshit that they have towards you. So to me, respect over everything. And again, respect is the only thing in life that stays with you after death, because what you earn for yourself opens the doors for your loved one.
That's right.
So 2 comments. Roberto Zyko, my son's friend from high school, just got charged for murder last week. His person were nowhere to be found, and my son told me, Dad, I get it why you're hard on me.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Me, not to sidetrack, if you're going to pick up on the topics. When it comes to my brother Ty, right? God was out there for us, yo. I was doing things, even still to this day, if it came to my front door, I would have to address it like a man because I made my bed, I laid in it. We lost a lot of friends growing up to gun violence, to prison. But we lost more friends through life than we ever did through death. Because when you hang out with a certain group of people who come from a culture that is toxic and you try to elevate yourself, I lost my friends through life in the sense of I lost my closest friends through life because they couldn't get their mind right. They couldn't grow up. And that hurts me more than anything because at least my homies that I lost in the physical sense, I can go to gravesite, I can see him, I can pay my respects. But when I lose my friends through life, this is somebody I loved and care about, and I'm looking at them. And it just hurts me because it's like, damn, man, I wish you were here with me. And I wish you would let go of that stupid shit, that negativity that did nothing for us. I want you here with me.
Yeah.
But guess what? Life is a race and only with yourself. So I want to see you eat, just not at my table. So, love you, Ty. And my condolences. With that being said, we're going to show you guys some videos. And it's going to be great. Because I want to hear the feedback from these 2 lovely ladies. Because I feel like this really hits at home. Especially being, men are treated different by their moms versus how daughters are treated by their moms. Mm-hmm. Let's pull it up. It's not going to be that one. It's going to click the first tab.
This is the first tab.
Second?
This one?
No. Third.
One?
Okay. This one? So we're going to play this one for you. And let's play it out.
I made for you. Don't you ever tell me I'm selfish. What? You know what? I'm going to pay for that. Me selfish? Okay.
Oh, my graduation.
Me selfish?
Oh, my graduation.
Yes. You gonna tell me all the shit I done did for you, Jamira, that I'm selfish?
What you did was
Okay.
selfish. You are.
I don't even have kids. And I feel that woman's pain. Parents make sacrifices every day when they have kids. Both parents, but especially single parents. For this girl to say whatever she said to that woman to get her that mad, is a damn shame. What's worse, he had the nerve to record it. That mother's never going to live that down. Trust me. And neither is she. Now, young lady, if you're really all of that, what you're going to do is you're going to make an apology video and you're going to post it just like you post this shit. That's what you need to do.
All right.
Anyone that disagrees with his mother's feelings and you don't know what happened, get a life.
Okay, bring it back to the main page. So let me break down the drift of what's going on here, right? The daughter's graduating, and the mom apparently did something that the daughter wasn't happy about, and she felt that she was being attacked in the sense like, this is supposed to be my day, and you're making it about yourself. And because of that, that's when the daughter says you're selfish. So my question to you guys is, I'm not gonna really go on this scenario, but I'm gonna put you in a scenario, and I want to know, how would you handle it and how would you receive it? Say you love your mom, however, it's your graduation. It's about you and you're dependent on her. And imagine your graduation pictures are up there, but your mom is wearing this bomb-ass dress. And as you're taking photos, she literally makes it about herself like if it's her graduation. How would that make you feel? 1. 2, how would you address the mom's behavior if she got like that with you? And 3, do you think in this case the daughter was wrong?
So I would say to an extent, yes, the daughter is wrong. I don't think she communicated her, like, how she was feeling the right way. And that definitely hurt her mom's feelings. If that happened to me, I wouldn't be upset at all, because if it really wasn't for my parents, specifically my mom, I don't think I would be graduating soon, and I'm about to be. So, and it really got me thinking to this one video that I saw. It was this girl, she was graduating college, and she was taking not professional photos, just like on her phone, regular photos with her parents. And she graduated, I think it's I don't know how to say it, but like with honors.
Valedictorian?
I think so, maybe. So she had a bunch of like cords and veils and stuff like that. Yeah. So she started taking off her graduation cap. She put it on her dad. She took off her cord. She put it on her mom, and she was like, giving her parents like a little piece of like her graduation. And the caption was like, this is their graduation just as much as it is mine, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be graduating today.
That's real.
And she was like, oh, my mom, luckily she did go to college, but my dad never went to college. So to be able to share this day with my parents, it was it was an honor. And so that got me a little emotional. I'm like, oh, wow, because, my parents, I think my mom went to like tech school, but I don't think she went to like a university.
Well, they all made sacrifices
and
for us.
Yeah, my parents made sacrifices for me. So honestly, like I wouldn't care at all. It's professional photos. I would just, be like, okay, let's take some with her, with me, with us. And then,
you be accepting. Yeah. Ty says the mom was happy because maybe she never graduated, and she was happy because her daughter did.
Yeah.
And it could be like that. So you answer that question. Now, to bring it back to the video, right? When you hear, well, you know what? Let me get your intake first, because this is going to be, I wanted to get your input first before I even ask that question.
In my opinion, I agree with her. I think the daughter was completely wrong. Like the fact that she recorded her, that's wrong.
Okay.
That's wrong. And then posting it as well. Like, what was she trying to do?
Demonize her mom.
Yeah.
That's a sad reality of it. So in a case like that, if you had to basically, God forbid that you ever go through that, if you were to go through a situation like that with your mom, how would you approach it?
I wouldn't be upset at all. Actually, the opposite. I would be the first one taking the pictures for her. Like, yeah, like just live the moment. You've been through everything with me. Thanks for all the, the effort, the help.
Okay.
So not at all.
So in this case, right, what I want to ask you guys is, some of us are first generation, some of us are second generation. Like me, I'm first generation. My mom and my old man made sacrifices. They left a country to come here and start over again with nothing to their name. The problem I have with this video is the entitlement is so fucking disgusting. Because no matter what, even if your parent is wrong, that's still your parent. Defend yourself, but you don't defend yourself and put it on display. You get what I'm saying? Like you don't put your mom out there like that.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times what ends up happening, especially with younger kids, they don't understood what our parents were facing, how much turmoil. Mind you, it is 2024, right? Let me just give a history check real quick. My mother was born in 1954. You couldn't marry a white woman till 1968. And that was still problematic. So imagine what that mother went through as a Black woman or a Latina woman, going through all this chaos of hatred, bigotry, and sexism, and being a woman at that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And when you hear that mom, you feel the pain in her voice. Because guess what? I would have respected the daughter more if she didn't advertise it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, and we see it all the time, these kids love to victimize themselves because even if it's negative attention, they'll take it. You get what I'm saying? And it's sad. It's really sad because there's some fucked up parents out here. Don't get me wrong. But every parent wants their child to be good. Every parent wants their child to be happy. I'm happy I married a white woman and been with her. I'm happy I married a white woman or been with white women. Listen here, okay, Charleston White, take your Uncle Ruckus somewhere else. I don't got a problem with white girls, Latina girls. You like what you like, but you know you're going to go in the doghouse for that comment. Denise, put his ass in check. Love you, G. But to go on the video, what did you notice? That, like, what's the biggest thing you noticed? We'll start with you.
From the video?
Mhm.
Well, at first I was confused. I'm like, why is like the mom screaming at her daughter? Like, and even throughout the entire video, I'm like, okay, like I need more context. I don't know what's going on.
Mhm.
You know, clearly the mom's upset. This could either, you know, and I see the comments. I'm like, okay, so apparently the mom's in the right and the daughter's in the wrong. Because initially,
It can also be the other way
it
around.
could also be the other way around. It's the
We
daughter's
don't know.
graduation. I'm like, I was a little confused at
What's
first.
going on? Yeah.
The only thing I really noticed is just the mom
Was pouring her soul out.
pouring her soul. I'm like, okay, well, she's definitely really hurt.
But what about you? What's one thing you noticed about that video?
I felt the pain.
The pain
Like,
in her voice.
like, yeah, the disappointment. Like, bro, like after all I did, like you can feel it.
So what I noticed in the video before we go on to the next one, if you listen and you guys watch that video again, it was like, call me selfish? Call me selfish? I respect the mom because the average person would have pulled out a fucking receipt for everything they did. We don't know. And to my brother Saga, may his mother rest in peace. We talk about this shit all the time. The battles that we fight, we're able to get through them because of our parents being able to navigate them. But sometimes, just like our parents navigated for us, there was no one to navigate them through their pain. They had to go through hell to do that. And it's just sickening because it's like, yo, yes, it's your graduation, but that's your creator, dog. You know what I'm saying? That woman damn near gave her life for you to have you here. And before some people want to say, well, I didn't ask to be born. None of us asked to be born. But at what point do you not take accountability? At what point don't you own up to shit? That shit right there is where it's like, it's disgusting because the pain in her voice is the pain of someone who's been betrayed by their own child. And let me tell you something. We have all done some foul shit to our parents that they didn't like, but nobody loves you more than the ones who raised you and gave life to you. We're forever in debt. That don't mean we, there's some fucked up parents who would try to walk over you or, do the fucked up shit is what I call receipts, because I'm sure we all had friends where parents were like, I did this for you. I bought you this. I bought you that. And the quickest way is like, well, you're an adult and it is your responsibility to take care of me till I can't anymore. You know what I'm saying? This doesn't apply to that because this is a grown ass woman. People, let me tell you something. People, if you notice, male or female, they power up when they get support. But not everyone who support you is for you. Some people just like to be around because misery needs company. So with that being said, Joe, I feel bad for Shorty. I hope the mom heals. And I hope the feedback that this girl put this video out on, she looks at it, because she's getting chewed up in the comments.
Yeah.
And because the ones who know, yeah, we're speaking truth. And I hope it's a wake-up call for her. Do better. Do better. You only get one mother. You only get one father. You got multiple brothers. You got multiple sisters. But it's such a small amount of people who love you unconditionally. Don't fuck that up. Let's go to the next video. Okay. So.
This one?
Yes. Y'all gonna love this one. Check this out, guys.
Man refuses to walk his friend back to her dorm when she felt unsafe because she rejected him once.
Correct. Go ahead.
To her dorms when she felt unsafe, all because she rejected him once. In his Reddit post, the man explained that he'd been friends with a woman named Annie for the last 3 years. On a typical Saturday night, he, Annie, and some of their friends would hang out, and then he would walk her back to her dorm before heading back to his dorm. However, about a month ago, he realized he had feelings for Annie and asked her out on a date. She friend-zoned him. It didn't bother him too much, however, he did want to cut back on their friendship a bit. But he has stopped walking her back to her dorm. The first couple of weeks, she walked on her own. One week, she asked him to walk her back because she was scared to walk alone at midnight, especially while drunk. He told her to get an Uber or to ask someone else because he was too tired. While it's understandable that he would want to cut back on their friendship a bit after being rejected, a friendship shouldn't be conditional on romantic interest and reciprocation. It's as if he suddenly stopped caring about her safety and well-being because she didn't return his romantic feelings. The man has been accused of exhibiting nice guy behavior, acting kind, but then believing he deserves a relationship in return for his friendship. People on Reddit called him out, saying if he was truly friends with Annie, he would still care about her safety. He's more than welcome to work through his feelings, but that doesn't justify his actions and his complete disrespect towards Annie. He blatantly showed that their friendship doesn't mean much after his ulterior motive was void. Gentlemen, don't be that guy. A woman doesn't owe you anything in exchange for friendship. A man refused to...
Bro. Let me go back. How do I go back? Do the comments that says yet another point for the bear.
No.
It's that comment. It's really funny. You see this comment, Jason?
Yeah, I seen them. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. I had to step out and refresh.
Bro.
So you heard the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with that being said, right? You guys being young ladies like yourself. We'll start with you, Nate, this time. Bring it back to the logo.
Oh, shit. Did I? Oh, okay. Oh, I see what
How do you perceive that? What would you have done? And how does that make you feel?
Okay, so as a woman, there are several, how do I say this, precautions one has to take, for one's safety. In this case, she did not have the same feelings that he did, and so he cut back on the friendship. That's to be expected. That's fair,
Okay.
But
Mind you, he's getting death threats for this, by the way.
Dude, that's fucking crazy.
Wow.
And so they did state in the video that she did walk back by herself like weeks after.
Mhm.
It's not stated. I'm assuming she never really said anything about it. Like, hey, why don't you stop walking me? But that one singular time that she felt unsafe and wanted, someone's companionship, like safety to walk back, and he said no.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fucked up.
And she was drunk.
And she was drunk.
She was drunk.
You know, I just think
Go ahead, girl. let it out.
Another point for the bear, bro.
Another point for the bear. You know I'm going to tackle that one, right?
Bro, oh my god, I think that was just a funny comment. It's just really sad. It really does sadden me. You know, as a woman, we have several friends,
Mm-hmm.
and we have friends that are girls, and we have friends that are guys. And if you're a straight woman, you know, the friends that are girls, you know, you have womanship. You know, you have that
Yeah,
sense of-
sisterhood of traveling pants type shit.
the sense
Okay.
of community and stuff like that. So I could always count on any woman if I need something or directions or a fucking panty liner or scrunchie, whatever the case may be. If I walk up to a random girl, like if she doesn't have one, she'll express her deepest condolences. I'm so sorry, I don't have one. Or,
You guys
Here,
get
I'll, like,
support.
But if like I have a guy friend, it's always like Russian roulette. You don't know if your guy friend is being genuine or not. Like if he's being genuine because
I bought you food.
really,
now open up.
Like he's really your
That's
friend.
how they are.
Or he's only being nice because he wants to get in your pants one day.
Facts.
And he's just counting like all the receipts, all the good things he's done. And it's just so sad because,
it's not sincere.
it's not sincere. You start realizing, damn, all he wanted was what was between my pants. Like it wasn't like a sincere friendship. And it gets really sad because you start to think like, I thought we actually built a friendship. You know, I don't know about everyone else, but me personally, friends mean a lot to me. So if you do any like that type of betrayal, it really hurts because it's like
You call it betrayal? I call it predatorial.
I might be using the wrong word, but it sucks and it feels really shitty to know because I know what it feels like to not have any friends. You know, I've had a point in my life where I had 0 friends. And so establishing at least one connection, one friendship, it really means a lot, especially, you know, human beings, like we rely on that connection.
We have to communicate. We have to vibe.
Build
we have
that
to bond.
sense of community. And so to just come across a guy, like I have no problems with, you know, a guy setting his boundaries. Oh, okay, you know, I do like you, but I'm like, let's be less friends because it might be weird. Okay, I agree 100%. Like if it was the other way around, I'd probably I want to act the same way. But when it comes to like safety, you know, sometimes you have to put your pride aside and be like, okay.
But mind you, she could have gotten an Uber.
She could
I
have.
was about to say that.
But we know there's a lot of things that we don't know.
Let me just put out the variable
Maybe
for
she
you.
didn't know.
No,
he was that type of guy.
Well, just to give better context to it, the options were because he offered to get her an Uber. He offered basically to escort her to like the butt. Like she had multiple routes. She wanted him to walk her all the way over there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll get deeper into it. Just to put that out there, what is your mindset on that? What is your mindset? Like, how do you feel about that?
That's so sad because that means that in that situation, the guy's feelings were not like genuine, like she was saying.
So you think he wasn't being honest about it?
Exactly. He just wanted one thing, getting in bed with her, and that's it. She didn't give it to him, and okay, I'm done.
Cut loose.
So, yeah.
Okay. So as you know, I'm gonna cook, right? And when I say I cook, it's not to and not in a way to disagree with you guys. I'm gonna cook because I have to call him out.
Mm-hmm.
As a man, I have to call him out, right? Men don't like getting friend zone. I actually know how to get out the friend zone. Gentlemen, the only way to get out the friend zone, stop being their friend. And I know that sounds fucked up, but it's the truth. If you're in the friend zone, don't be their friend anymore. Keep them at a distance. Protect yourself because you cannot fault somebody for having emotions like you do and they don't. You can't get mad at that. That's narcissistic. That's pathetic. And there's plenty fishes in the sea. If that girl don't see your worth, keep it moving. Doesn't make her a bad person either. She just doesn't see you that way. So to me is why I say stop being their friends. I mean, stop being their friends in the context of still being sweet, still treating them like they're your partner. Because all you're going to do is hurt yourself. All you're going to do is have resentment and not take accountability of being mad at yourself, you're gonna put that blame on them.
You're spoiling her.
Exactly.
That's literally what it is. Like,
Because there's no shot in hell. Like, listen, I always thought, because I've been friend zoned before, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, bro, like that sucks. She's really not attracted to me. Then I had shorties who were trying to get with me, and I'm like, ew, no, like, ain't no way.
God.
And it fucked my head up. I'm like, damn, you really could really not find someone attractive.
Yeah.
And we're not just talking about looks. My thing was, it wasn't that they weren't pretty. It's the personality was just like, nah, yo, toxic guy. Like, I can only go to a stage 2 chonga, yo. Like, it ain't going no further than that. Now, in his case, here's what messes me up. As men, we have a responsibility. And that responsibility is to basically do things for the greater good. Now, do I agree with him not walking her? No, I don't. And the reason I don't, because that makes you fake as fuck. That means, yes, you were doing it to get into the cutty and the cookie jar and whatnot. Right. But now we see what you would have been after the fact if you would have got there. This is not terms and condition. You can't fault somebody for not having the same feelings as you. Now, for her, she's also at fault. You get what I'm saying? Because, and I say it so many times to you ladies out there, if you know you don't see a man in a light that he sees you, well, you also have to walk away. You have to stop engaging, because we live in a day and age now where women, they love the attention, regardless of if it's going to hurt the person. You get what I'm saying? It's like, yo, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I'm not going to accept food from you. I'm not going to basically accept time chilling with you. But with modern women, I can't say all women, because I know you're not like that. I don't know you too much, but I assume that you're not like that. Unfortunately, what's advertised is those toxic women who use it to their best benefit, and they tear these men apart. It takes a real man to walk away from a fight, and it takes a real woman to basically keep her word and keep it moving. And we live in a day and age where that doesn't happen. Now, here's where I get upset. She's drunk, right? This is where I fault her. Why are you getting drunk expecting the man you just told you don't want to be with to take care of you? He's not obligated to take care of you.
I'm not surprised.
You get what I'm saying?
People are under the influence.
Yeah, but my thing is, it's like, yo, it's like, no disrespect. Both male and females, for the most part, when we're young, we all have that one person in our contacts that would do whatever we want them to do. As we get older, we let go of that because you realize it comes with bad karma. You know what I'm saying? This is a college ground. Yes, she's drunk, but what he should have done, if it had been me, this is only speaking for me.
Call a friend.
I still would have walked her, but it would be a kind gesture in the sense of that could be my mother.
Yeah,
that could be my sister. Anybody. You seen how I move out here, yo. I do shit from the heart and expect nothing back. I don't hold receipt over nobody's head, because if you hold receipts over people's head, you're a fuck boy at that point, or a fuck girl at that point, because you're not real. You're fake as shit. You know, now everyone's like, oh, go king, see you at the gym, don't settle for less. I'm like, no, man, there's a stir of emotions. You know what I'm saying? You don't know too much into the story. You don't know if he was a creep. You don't know how hard he pushed. But it's just sad that a woman could say no and dudes lash out like a child. That's why I say walk away and don't be their friend anymore. That don't mean walk down the street and act like they don't exist. But you as a man have to put up that barrier and stop yourself from falling from the person who told you they don't want you. Because somewhere down the line, whether it's in the movies, in the music, we have the mindset, oh, I can make her love me. You can't make anybody love you. Love is basically not to be held in a cage. Love is genuine. It's raw. It's uncut. It's sincere. Love is kind. Love is patience. Always protects. Never boasts. Always preserves. 1 Corinthians. You understand what I'm saying? So that's literally how it is. That's just how it works. You know, like love is non-possessive. There's a thin line between love and obsession. This dude had obsession, because if you loved her and really cared about her, you would have taken the L just for that night and do what you had to do. Women come to us for protection, and sometimes men come to women for clarification. We work together. We have to work together. That's how this works. So in his case, he's an asshole because you were hoping things to change. No, that's not how it works, bro. You know what I'm saying? Imagine that was your sister. You were so cutthroat because you wanted to be in your feelings. So with him, bro, sincerely, you're a piece of shit, bro. Girl don't like you. You can't force that, but keep it moving. But don't try to fault her or hold her accountable because you can't deal with your emotions. That's my take on it.
I agree.
So, as we get into our last topic, the last topic, you know what I'm saying? Está heavy, you know what I'm saying? Cuidado, ya tú sabes.
No sé.
No sé.
Dude, I hate that. I'm sorry. I don't know about you guys, but to my Spanish speakers, don't you just hate it when people are talking to you in Spanish and they don't even finish their sentences? They're just like
midway.
They're like midway through the sentence, not even like not even finishing whatever noun or verb they're saying, and they're like, "Tú sabes," and I'm like, no sé. I'm not a mind reader. I don't know what you were gonna say. You have to finish your sentence, and I stay staring at them.
You have a mouth, you have a tongue, use it. Not in that way, Nate.
Sentence?
Clear your mind.
My God.
You know, I seen your man get happy right now. He's like, yeah. All right. So this next video we're going to watch, I think it's important for us to give context before we pull it up. We all go through things in life.
Mm-hmm.
And when I saw this video, I felt like it was important to share with our viewers, with you guys. I want to get your input. Go ahead and play that for me, love.
Can you describe what the life, quote, high functioning depression? They get up early before the alarm rings. They rush to work, don't eat, shove in the coffee. They work through lunch. They're coming home. You're too burnt out to even spend time with the people you love, so you're just doom scroll. You're the rock of the family. You can't stop because people depend on you. You're meeting deadlines. You're collecting accolades, but you're just not really feeling some joy. Right. You're not feeling. You feel like something's missing. You're not letting anyone down, but you're letting yourself down. Can you describe what the life of somebody that has quote, high functioning depression?
That's deep.
That was the whole clip?
Yeah.
Okay. So, before I ask you this question.
Welcome to the world, man.
Right? She just described men. That's crazy.
That is crazy. Men shouldn't work like that. Nobody should.
Listen, as you guys know, I struggle with depression. I have opened up about it in previous shows. I deal with it every day to the point I actually been put on medicine. It's a fight. And I'm not saying that for sympathy. I don't need your sympathy. I want people to understand. I need people to understand. So we all work very hard in this life, yo. You just did overtime. I'm not saying you're depressed. I'm not saying you're depressed, but we all have that coworker we know is depressed. You get what I'm saying? We all have that one coworker we know is going through some shit. And it scares us because we want to be there for them, but at the same time, we don't want to contaminate ourselves because when you allow people to open up to you and they give you so much negative feedback because what they're going through, we absorb that and it hinders us. You know what I'm saying? Like, either the life of the party or the down of the party. Energy works that way. So my question to you guys is, after watching that video, right? When you go to work, you're not happy. You're going through shit. Something's going with your family. Sometimes it's your personal vendetta. It could be so much as a dog. You know what I'm saying? You're going through some shit. How do you process your sadness in order to be productive?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
How do I process my sadness?
Mm-hmm.
Well, as I said earlier today, sometimes I schedule my cries in.
I love that.
You know, like if I'm feeling sad that day, I'll be like, you know what? If I'm driving, I'll be like, let me just put on some sad music, and then I'll start crying because I know I feel so much better after I finish crying. Because if there's one thing that I've learned, it's that you have to go through your emotions and then you have to get over it. Because the only way to get over it is to go through it. And
Do you know why you cry?
what do you mean?
Why we cry when we're sad? Like what it does to the body? Tears is toxins leaving the body. A lot of people don't know that. Your tears, whether it's anger or sadness, is the chemical reaction in your brain which causes you to tear. So your tears is literally toxins leaving your body, whether it's tears of happiness, tears of sadness. The tears is literally your soul recharging, because you're allowing your body to release these things that are making you feel a certain way. That's why it's important to cry. Yes, I said it. For men out there, you know how they say gangsters don't cry? Well, I don't identify as a gangster. I'm a man, and life is real. So to my brothers out there, to my sisters out there, if you're going through something, let it out, man. Let it out, because you implode holding that shit in. We're not meant to hold it in. That's why we do cry. That's why we have the capabilities of crying, because this is not meant to be kept inside. Continue, side.
I mean, I try to give myself certain coping mechanisms to deal with like my emotions, or just like if something stresses me out, I'll have a talk with myself. I'll try to take deep breaths in. Okay,
That's
not
important.
let it.
To yourself?
Not
That's
let it.
important, you know.
I mean, yeah, because I've realized there are a lot of oh shit moments that I have when I'm speaking to my friends, and I'm like, damn, I didn't realize this, and I only realized it because I said it out loud. So a lot of times, I always have somebody to talk to. Sometimes if I have a realization and I'm alone, from the car or whatever, I'll be thinking to myself. I'll be talking to myself. I'll come to the realization. I'll really sit and simmer with my feelings. Music really helps me get in touch with those emotions, and then I'll
Bad Bunny,
and then I'll get over it.
Yeah.
I
say Bad Bunny because I remember talking to you. There's some songs he has that just allow you to escape the fucked up reality. That's the beautiful part about music, of how magical it is.
Some of his lyrics they hit. They're just
hit
like,
home.
wow.
Okay, what about you, love?
Me personally, the way I process it, especially at work that you asked, same thing, like try to realize that I have it, like accept it, acknowledge it, and then like, why am I feeling this way? Talk to someone, like family members, friends, maybe co-workers, close co-workers.
Help you navigate,
Yeah. And then also music helped me a lot. Meditation as well. I put some meditation and that helped me like gravitate. Like it helps me a lot. And that's it. Basically accepting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you guys know, man, I family, y'all know I be going through shit. I go through so much shit that I realize it's a blessing. And the reason I consider it a blessing, as much shit as I go through, I'm able to feel. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to on it. There's certain situations that happen, not just with me, but just in life in general, where it forces you to look at yourself and seek your self-worth. There's, mind you, the only thing we control in life is perception. So being a person who struggles with depression, you said it yourself. You seen how, Lou and you and Louis see how I burned myself on. I pushed so hard. What happens is when you're sad, man, it's a sickness. I could be talking to you right now, and after we end this show, I get lost in my thoughts. You get what I'm saying? But it's like working out. You have to train yourself mentally to be stronger. And most importantly, don't have pride where you're scared to hit people up. You know what I'm saying? I love my brother Saga. That's my VP. I must have fucking told this man the same shit over and over and over again. And you know what makes me feel good? That no matter how many times I go over the same thing, he's always there to listen. He's always there trying to find a solution for me. because depression, the sickness is, it's not only self-doubt, it's being not worth anything. We convince ourselves. It's a mental illness, and work sometimes becomes our escape. You could work in a toxic environment, and I seen it not only for myself but with others, where they stay in that environment because they don't want to deal with their self when all is lost. And I say all is lost. Like, when you remember when we be closing that store, yo, I think we're all guilty of this, where we got so much shit going on that when we clock out, we sit in the car and it's like, damn, now part 2 of my life is here now. You get what I'm saying? And now it's like, well, now I can't escape because I was using work as a way to not have to pay mind to it. Now I got to deal with the man in the mirror. Depression is real fucked up. But the most important thing, especially to you guys, you're not alone. You're not alone. I encourage people to make that phone call. I encourage people to open up about it, because guess what? When it comes to stress, being bipolar, being, depressed, when it comes to anger, when it comes to having tears, these are not signs of weakness. These are signs of what happens when you've been strong for too long. This is what happens when you've been strong for too long. The body could take a lot, but the mind, you know what I'm saying? I think I said it to you before. We got 3 wars in life, yo. And I love saying this. This is something I taught myself. We have 3 wars going on in life. We have war with society. We have a war with ourselves, and we have a spiritual war. Allow me to break down each segment, right? The war with society, this is the pressure of who you're supposed to be, what you should be acquired at a certain age. Yo, that shit fucks us up, especially with social media, because, yo, we work so hard. But I imagine when you guys go online, you see these girls dolled up with their makeup, you're thinking to yourself like, damn, man, I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to be that confident. But if you knew the truth, it's all smoke and mirrors, because most of those people are fucking miserable. And I'm not saying that to knock them. The second war, you know what I'm saying, with yourself, it's hard because you have to have accountability in order to win that war. You got to be willing to basically take initiative and be like, you know what? I'm the reason this shit fucked up. I'm the reason shit's not working the way it's working, because I'm not doing what I got to do. And a lot of people find that hard to do because it's so easy to blame the next person. You get what I'm saying? And it's important you have that balance. But the third war is your spiritual war. That is you could lose the first 2 wars, but you can never lose the spiritual war, because the spiritual side of you is where you keep your integrity. The spiritual side of you is where you keep the love, and love conquers all. So if you're fucking losing that battle spiritually, you lose everything. You lose who you are. And when it comes to depression, that's what it attacks, the spiritual side. Depression attacks that, because sometimes when shit gets so real, and I think I speak for everyone in this room, there's times we blame ourselves for something that we had no control of. And the reason we blame ourselves is because there's a guilt that we're holding that either is caused by somebody else, or in the worst case, caused in a situation that we had no control over and we're never going to have control over. You get what I'm saying? Would you guys agree to that?
Yeah.
So before we end that, now that we talk about it, I would like to hold hands and say a prayer.
Okay.
And you guys can hold prayers with us too. You know what I'm saying?
Please wash your hands after, guys, because,
Yeah, I know. It's all love. Dear Father God, today's topic with depression basically hit at home. I pray for safe passage. We thank you for the strength that you give us to continue and to go on. There's so much going on, Lord, that we don't know everything, but we know one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. You will never fail us. You will always be there for us. We thank you for the strength that you give us to continue and to prosper. We ask you to keep us humble. We ask you to basically put us in a position of what's meant for us. We thank you, Lord. We thank you, Lord, for love. We thank you for family. We thank you for ambitions. We thank you every day we wake up into your beautiful paradise. And those who have done us wrong, we pray for them too, because it's all about love, Father. We pray that everybody prospers in the way that they need to. We pray that everybody reaches the goals in their life that they want. And we pray that you keep us protected in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
So, guys, tell them where they can find you, love.
You guys can find me on Instagram. It's my first name, Natalie, 2 I's, 2 E's, _01.
Yeah, and Miss Kiki, where can they find you, girl?
Cleta _MTNEZ.
You heard? And it's your gearhead. You can find me on Instagram, Logic142. Yo, make sure if this is your first time, you hit that like and subscribe button. Yo, let me tell you something. We're going full haul mode. So with that being said, we got some great content coming out. We got some more guests coming along the way. We just want to say thank you for being supportive. Thank you for hearing us. Thank you for believing in us, yo. We just do this for self. We do this for us, and you're part of us. You're a part of this family. So with that being said, this has been One Thing for Sure, Two Things for Certain. Holla.
Bye.
Holla, guys. Love you.
I thought that was very good.